hearing how Kelvin Joseph wants to start calling us airplane mode, the no-fly zone. I think it's a bit premature to say that. I love the mentality, don't get it twisted, but we need to see how they are in action. So I don't think it's any secret that we are aware that we want to see the Cowboys increase their interception totals for 2021. The Cowboys had only 10 interceptions last year, and Trevon Diggs was the leader in that category with 3. Now, I understand that situations happen in certain games to where you're not going to catch every single ball. You're not going to be able to be lucky with a certain tip and stuff like that. However, that doesn't mean that Dallas can't improve this metric. So, before I go any further into how the Cowboys can look to improve this, and also based off of what's going on in camp, how things are improving, if you could do me a solid favor and leave a like down below to help the video out on YouTube's algorithm, that'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, subscribe if you're new here to receive more Cowboys content as training camp goes on, as we're getting closer and closer to the first preseason game, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on new content when it drops. Now, when it comes to this whole, hearing how Kelvin Joseph wants to start calling us airplane mode, the no-fly zone, I think it's a bit premature to say that. I love the mentality, don't get it twisted, but we need to see how they are in action. On top of that, Trevon Diggs had an interesting quote where basically he was saying, hey, listen, I had the ball on my hand 14 times, that's what he counted, and he wants to make sure that he can get 14 interceptions. And that is something that I do admire, is that we have the mentality of we need to be very, aware of how we're doing with these interception totals. We can't be satisfied with just 10 interceptions going into this year. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. And I mentioned that when I was going over the position evaluations, and that was your defensive line, your front seven in totality, really needs to be doing their job to help the secondary behind them really do better. And that doesn't mean that anybody in the secondary is, completely absent from any criticism. I'm pretty sure that last year you could definitely point out a couple guys that were getting cooked last year, like Darryl Worley, for example. And, Xavier Woods not really doing his thing, as just some examples. It's important that the Cowboys really go into this season and try to improve that. And do I think that Dallas is going to have more than 10 interceptions this year? I do think so. I think the bigger question is, are the Cowboys going to see someone with 5 interceptions or more? And I think that is important. You look at these totals as I look at them. Trevon Diggs, 3 interceptions. Anthony Brown and Donovan Wilson with 2 interceptions. Jalen, Darian Thompson, and Chidobe Awuzie all with 1 interception. Now, you can't just have 6 guys, be those, hey, these are the guys that we got turnovers with. And I understand that not everyone's going to get a turnover. I get that. But what's important here is that even if you're not getting interceptions, getting turnovers, forcing fumbles, getting on the ball, because there were plenty of times where the Cowboys could have intercepted the ball, and I think that you can even look at last year, like the amount of dropped balls, the amount of opportunities for the Cowboys to really intercept passes. It's very important that they take advantage of that this season, because if they want to go far this year, they're really going to need to step it up with their interception total. So, we talked about the defensive line. Now, these linebackers, especially if they're trying to be rangy and, side to side, they can't just be focusing on, tackles. If you're going to be in coverage, you need to have the ability of getting exactly to where you need to be. And, I don't want to, drag on Jalen Smith or LVE entirely, to be completely fair with you. However, it is important that we look at this with a serious tone and say, hey, if we really want to see our turnover margin do better than last year, which we were -3 for an entire year, which is not good, you need to make sure you do your part. So I do believe that the Cowboys will do well in 2021 compared to last year. Do I think they're going to get 20 plus interceptions? Probably not. I would say maybe 15 or 17 is where I'm looking at right now. But, we got a bunch of young guys now, and it's going to really we got to see how this defense does. I understand that in training camp that, they're getting interceptions, pick sixes, and stuff like that. I mean, we've heard the same thing for years, and the defense hasn't really gotten any turnovers come regular season. So I'm very just wait and see. So I want to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. By all means, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. Tell me how you feel about these lofty expectations that these young DBs are placing on them. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.